Okay, here we go. E.
Hold on. I gotta allow it to sit the microphone. Now you can play. How do you do that?
I think that's good. There we go. Wrong way. Close enough.
All right, cool.
Have we started yet?
Well, we're live,
Oh, excellent.
and we have sound. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Stream of Consciousness, a Rubber Mushroom podcast. I'm Turtle Cube. I'm here with Turtle Dad,
I'm Turtle Dad. I'm here with Turtle Cube.
and we both have a guitar. Well, we both
Well,
have one guitar.
we-
We're here,
I don't-
and there's one guitar.
That is true. There's one guitar here with two humans.
Thank you for joining us.
Tune in next week.
So, how's your week?
A little stressful, a little annoying, because some of the contractors were supposed to show up, didn't.
That
As
would be
is
annoying.
Or they showed up late, or didn't text me, or didn't call me, or
Yeah.
didn't send me an email, or didn't do something to
Yep.
communicate. Okay, rule number one, people, just
Just communicate.
communicate.
Just communicate.
Send a text. Say you're going to be 3 days late. That's all I need to know. So I can plan everything else. But not knowing if you're even going to ever respond again. Because so many people ghost you. It's just, you don't know if they're busy or if they just never want to talk to you again.
It
And
is.
it's
It
like,
is.
tell me.
Yeah.
Okay? So, anyway, once we got through that, things got a little better.
That's good. Just a little, or like a
Well,
decent...
I mean, they got better. They got,
a
it
decent
became,
amount of
okay,
better.
now I know what's happening. We can time things a little bit.
That's
we can,
good.
We can prepare for the next week when things will get out of schedule again.
What's happening next
and
week?
move on. Hopefully the foundation gets dug.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And the
Dug or
and
put in?
Dug. The hole for the foundation gets dug. And hopefully the fence might get put in next week.
So the hole get dug, and hopefully the hole get dug, and the fence will be put in.
Yes. Those two separate
Which
things.
is
but-
good,
yeah.
because then people can fall into the hole.
Well, it's still open on two sides, so
Fewer people can fall into the
yes.
hole.
It takes stupider people to fall into the hole.
Yes.
Or smarter people to fall into the hole. However that works. Okay.
stupid people, because smarter people would see the fence and go, I shouldn't fall in that.
Smarter people see the hole and say I shouldn't fall in that.
That's giving them too much credit now. You can't do that.
Come on here, people.
That's giving them far too much credit.
So I don't know where you are in the world, listening audience, but it's getting chilly here.
Yeah, it's getting very cold.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Well, I mean, it is normal. You know, we get cold in the winter and warm in the summer.
I'm still not a fan. There's a reason why I want to move out of New England.
Because it's cold?
Yes.
So you're not moving to Maine with us then?
No. No. I will very, very happily visit New England. Because I do kind of like New England. But I would not mind living somewhere warmer at all. I would love to be in a much warmer climate.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie. That wasn't a C.
Blit.
Try it again. That's better. C is just difficult. You gotta stretch your
C is very
fingers.
difficult.
It's like, stretch the fingers. Like that little twingy sound.
Twang, twang, twang.
So let's see what else we have that going on. You know, I was thinking of this podcast and like, I really don't know what to do this week. Suppose I could just. I mean, it's not like I could do a lot of prep anytime.
No,
Sometimes I
time.
do.
Well,
Sometimes I do. And then I
sometimes-
don't use it.
Exactly.
And then,
I was
yeah,
gonna
so
say,
what's the
sometimes
point?
you have the
So-
prep, sometimes you have the prep, and then you ignore all of it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's an artist thing.
I think it's just an ADD thing,
Yeah, well,
honestly.
All right, let's see here. So why don't you talk for a while and I'll just play.
What should I talk about?
What you did on your 4 days off, or 3 days off.
This week?
Yeah.
A lot of video editing.
Okay.
I did quite a lot of recording clips of things and editing down those clips and then organizing said clips and then having a lot of fun with transitions and music and all sorts of stuff like that. I've spent like 10, 11 hours on these 2 1-minute clips in the past 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm probably going to spend even more time because today while at work I was like, I think I want to change that. I think I want to tweak that a little bit. And I think I might switch out this clip with a different clip. And my biggest problems right now is that trying to get the audio in the final edit all even is very difficult because the audio in the clips I'm using isn't even.
Oh, so you can stretch it somehow.
Right, so like you can only bring it up a certain amount, otherwise the quality starts dipping down if you bring it up too much.
Okay.
You start getting weird background noises and stuff like that, so you can't bring it up too much, but sometimes you can't bring it up enough.
So it means it's too quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I may have to get a different clip, switch something out. We'll see though. I've been having quite a bit of fun. It's been a while since I have messed around with video editing this much. So I think honestly that's probably what I'm gonna start doing with a lot of my days off.
That's good. Mess around with video editing.
Mess around with video editing. I have a couple things that I want to do, and I want to write, more poems. I want to write more songs. I want to get back and start working on those rhythmic video things that I was making, like the Mission Create. Maybe you saw that on my YouTube channel. But I think for now, I'm just going to spend some time and play around with editing the stuff I do have, and not, record anything new.
That's good.
Kind of go through what I have right now, because I think that right now for me the editing is the most fun part. And so you go through phases when you do. You ever done like a full project? You've done a full project, and you have the different phases of the project. You have the planning of the project, you have the building of the project, you have the implementing of the project, and there's all these different things, and for the projects I have the writing, I have the recording, I have the editing, and then I have the post-production editing.
Okay.
You know, the first editing is just getting everything in the right timing and the right order, and the second editing is all the effects and the sound effects and stuff like that. And those last two things are really what I want to do right now. That's what I'm finding most fun right now.
The post stuff?
The post stuff, yeah. The editing and the, you know, all the fancy stuff after the editing.
I get it. So you want somebody else to find you the pieces and you'll put them together.
Well, no, see, I have all the pieces.
But that wasn't the fun part.
It is the fun part. But right now, what is most fulfilling is the editing part. I have a lot of ideas for all of those. The writing and the recording and the editing.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, the writing and the recording feels very much like a chore.
Okay.
And the editing is just a lot of fun. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do any writing or recording right now because I have all of this footage.
Okay.
Let's just stick with editing and getting these ideas and videos out that I've been sitting on for a while.
Got it.
And then once this is
Well, it's good. You
lower
you
or
like doing
done,
that part anyway.
exactly.
So
Once
got
this is lower or done, then I can go back to the writing and recording part of it. Because by the time I do all that editing, it'll be like, all right, cool. Get away from the editing, go back to something else.
Okay.
It's kind of like when you have like a house project.
Mm-hmm.
You're planning the house project. You're buying all the supplies for the house project. You're building the house project.
Mm-hmm.
And you're using the house project. A lot of times, it's really fun to do all the planning and the purchasing of all the supplies. But then you've planned and purchased supplies for a lot of different projects and haven't built or implemented them.
Right.
And sometimes you just need to go in and build that shelf or fix that closet or do whatever and not plan anything else for a little while.
Okay.
Just do what you have available to do. And then once that is down to a manageable amount or
Yeah,
you finish
yeah.
it, then you
Then
can
you
go
add
back
some
on
more
the planning
projects to it,
phase.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of where I am right now with my
So you
my
get the
days
planning
off of
done,
work.
now you're doing.
Yes.
You're in the doing part.
I can always plan more.
Sure.
My brain never stops planning and
Sure.
coming up with ideas, but it's definitely a conscious, all right, think about that later, think about this now, sort of thing.
It's nice to see a project finished.
Yes, it's
That's
very
kind of nice.
it's very nice to see.
I
a
get
project
frustrated if I have
finish.
too many going on,
Yeah.
and they've been going on for too long. It's
Yep.
like, well, none of these 7 are done yet.
Yes.
No, that's not good. So I try to bring it to completion.
Yep.
I like that. I like the bring it to completion part.
Yep. Might maybe try to start streaming more.
You and Mike?
I said I might,
Okay.
but
Who's Mike?
you know Mike.
Don't know which Mike you meant.
Do I know more than one Mike?
Is that Mike?
That's a Mike.
No, worked for me.
It's not the same. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming more yet, though, because streaming is really fun. I
Yes,
do
it is.
enjoy streaming. I enjoy that interaction with people. I enjoy showing things off and just kind of relaxing and chatting to people while I play a game or, you know, getting the viewers involved in the sort of things. But at the same time, it does take a lot of energy and it does take a lot of time and you have to set something aside. And generally, when you start to do it, at least when I do it, I want to do it consistently. So I don't think I'm going to be... I probably will do something here and there. Donut's been talking to me about doing it more, so we may end up doing something here and there.
Okay.
Midday during the week, just like a couple-hour stream. Eventually, I want to start up Sibling Survival again. That'd be fun.
That would be good. You haven't done it in a while.
Yeah. But we will see where those go. Those probably won't end up happening until the new year. But
New Year will be here soon.
yes, it's a month and 3 weeks.
Yeah. Not much left of 2021.
Nope.
I wonder what 2022 is going to bring.
2022.
Everybody thought 2021 would be getting back to normal. Even farther from the truth.
I think 2022 is going to bring us closer to 2023.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that insight.
You're welcome.
I must say that was very insightful.
Yeah. See, I'm good at insight. I can predict the future sometimes.
All I know is the future's coming.
Exactly. It's coming whether you want it or not. You gotta deal with it.
Hey, does that little chart there mean 2 people listening to us?
It says 2 concurrent viewers.
Wow, there's 2 of you out there. That's double as many as we had a second ago.
Yes. What do you think 2022 is going to bring?
2022, what's it going to bring? Well, let's see. I think
Predict the Super Bowl winner.
I have no idea who's even in stuff.
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know either. Yeah, it'd be funny if it was
I think
Tampa Bay, but it's
I
the
think
Patriots
it's
again.
going to bring higher prices.
For everything?
Yep.
It already is.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I think people are going to continue to leave the job market in search of other things.
Mhm.
I don't think that trend is going to. I don't think it's going to stop or reverse. Matter of fact, I read an article the other day where you've heard the term the Great Resignation.
Yeah.
The article was very interesting. It was saying it's far deeper than that. That is a really shallow way of looking at it. People aren't just resigning from their jobs, they're reprioritizing their lives.
Ah.
And I'm like, well that's interesting. And leaving your job for whatever reason is certainly a priority assessment.
Yeah.
Do you keep that? Is it important enough that you don't leave? But the author went on to say that it's more than just leaving the job. It's reprioritizing your life. What is important? Learning you can live with less, live on less.
Yeah.
And the world didn't collapse when we had less. Our lives didn't collapse. Things
Yeah.
kind of kept going, and most of the time you didn't miss anything. Now that's a large section of people. It's not everybody. There were some people that hurt through it, but some people did really well through it. So it was a lot like normal times in that respect, where some people do well, some people don't do well, and some people just keep going. So the author was saying that it's more than just a great resignation. It's a great reprioritization. And I looked at that. I'm like, yeah, that's probably, and I think he's right, which is why I think it's not going to change. People are going to continue to reprioritize, maybe even more so.
Yeah.
And you'll get some people who freak out and get scared and go back to what they're used to doing, go back to what's quote normal.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are going to reprioritize just everything: where you spend your money, where you spend your time, what's important, things like that. So that's what I think 2023 is going to bring.
2023.
2020. What are we going into? 2022. Sorry,
Yeah.
2022. I'm a year ahead. I gave wrong year. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Okay. Do you think, because this is something I've actually been thinking about and kind of hoping it will happen, do you think that all this, as you said, the Great Resignation, a lot of people just end up leaving their jobs because they're reprioritizing things? A lot of places are struggling to find people. Do you think that this will change how jobs are?
What do you mean by that?
Like, it's, you get a job and the company pays you a minimum possible and they do this and they do that, but more recently it's like, fine, you're not going to pay me, I'm going to leave. Do you think that companies and jobs and stuff are going to reassess how they treat workers?
Yes, I think they have to. And no at the same time. And here's the reason. Companies have learned that they can get by with fewer workers.
Yes.
Some have. Some have realized, we can do this. So to some degree, companies want to go back to... Well, look, companies are very old and slow thinking.
Yes.
Okay, because we could have gone to a lot of this remote work a long, long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't.
Yeah.
Because, you can't be as efficient, you can't do this, you can't do that. A whole bunch of reasons why you couldn't do it. As usual, fear and not wanting to lose profit and not wanting to lose anything or lose out to competition, or we can't chance this.
Yeah.
Bid into everything. So it took a global pandemic to really force their hand.
Right.
to some degree, companies are again slow. They're not going to quickly adopt anything new, but they're going to think and find excuses as to why what they're doing isn't working. Oh yeah, well we got this office space, so we got this, and nobody's here. Well, because of this variant. Oh well, because of some excuse as to why it's not working. When really it's a mindset shift, change that's happening.
Yeah.
And they haven't caught on to that yet.
Do you think they're going to?
No.
No. Why?
No, I really don't. Not next year.
Well,
maybe the year after.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh, eventually they will. Yeah, eventually they'll figure it out. When their competition starts beating them, because somebody thought at first and realized, hey, don't fight the shift, use it.
I think what's going to happen is the people who are leaving are going to start things that have that different mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
Being competitors with who they quit from.
and I think that's right. And they're going to go, hey, this is working, take off. And the companies that are slow are going to be looking back going, wait a minute, why do I see taillights? I was at the front, now I'm seeing taillights. So it's not going to take in 2022, though. It's probably going to take a few years.
Do you think it's going to start?
Oh yeah,
in 2022?
It's already started.
Like the company's noticing. Do you think that's?
Oh, they
start?
won't. No.
When do you think that will start? When do you think companies?
Probably another year. When 2022 doesn't quite pan out to what everybody expected, when it doesn't quite get back to quote normal again, they're going to go, wait. Hold on a sec. I think so. I think another year from now we'll be having that conversation again, or we'll be going, oh, they finally figured it out.
All right.
So I really think there's a mental shift that's happening, a mind shift that's happening here. Yeah, that's where I'll go with that.
All right. No elaborating?
No, there's nothing to say. It's a mind shift that's happening. It's going to take a year for companies to figure it out. Individuals have already started figuring it out.
Yep.
Some individuals are desperate to get back to normal.
Yes.
They really want to. Okay, go for it. Have a blast. But I'm not following you.
Yeah.
So.
I know a lot of people who have made the very, very thought out decision of I'm not going to go to a job that doesn't respect how much work I put into it.
Well, yeah.
And a lot of times people used to think, oh, you have to do that. You have to get the minimum wage thing. You have to do this. You have to deal with that. It's like, no, you don't. There's enough jobs you can quit that and find something else.
Did I tell you last time we spoke, I was talking to somebody who told me that salaries in some industries for some jobs are just going through the roof because they can't find people.
Oh, really?
Benefits, flex pack, they're so desperate to get people. They're paying relocation fees. They're paying everything just to get people to show up to these jobs. And he's like, you've never seen that before.
Interesting.
It's just incredible.
Let's see what jobs I can apply for.
Jobs are kind of doing what property did.
Yeah.
Just shot up, and it's like, when's it coming down?
Is it going to come down?
Jobs are different than real estate.
I don't think it's going to come down if jobs shoot up like that.
It's going to be a shift. I think it will eventually, because there will be something else that equalizes it.
Okay.
Those smaller companies we talked about will start taking market share, and so the other companies won't need as many employees because they're just not making as many sales.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a shifting of it.
Okay.
One thing it did show us, though, is how dependent now we are on our networks and our infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
And incredibly vulnerable.
Oh.
Because when that goes down, everything stops.
Yep.
And I don't think people realize that that's kind of new. If you can't do anything until you have a connection, you're at the mercy of the person making the connection.
Yeah.
You're not in control of your life anymore. You're not in control of anything.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's a problem. I think it's a problem. It should be a problem. People should think it's a problem. But anyway, they probably don't. That's okay.
I don't think people have thought about that much.
And I think people don't have a plan B. They're going to go full force on plan A and not have anything in case things go south, as the saying goes. So,
what's your plan B?
My plan B is to become independent of corporations. Be able to function independently for extended periods of time. Working on that. Getting there slowly.
Okay.
become as self-sufficient as possible
Mm.
while still maintaining connection with society. Not going to become a
Hermit.
hermit and, go camping in the outbacks of Utah, thousands of miles from civilization, where your only friend is a cow and a beaver or something. I don't know. The cows and beavers live next to each other? I don't know. How does that work?
There are no cows or beavers in Utah.
How do you know? There must be at least a cow somewhere.
Utah's a desert.
Come on.
Utah is a desert where they tested nuclear explosives. There's probably a melded cow and beaver mix
There you
hybrid
go.
somewhere walking out there, wondering why it can't chew three
they-
different types of grass and build a dam.
They did more than... Maybe it's trying to chew the dam. They did more than that in Utah. They didn't just use it as a nuclear testing ground.
They also
That's my
did
story, and I'm
other
sticking
types
with
of
it.
missiles.
That's how I'm sticking with that story.
Hold on, I think it's Utah. Hold on. Where is this? Utah. Utah federal land. There we go.
You gonna share these maps or not?
I'm gonna try. If it'll load. Ah, no, it's not Utah. It's Nevada. My bad.
Whoa, that was wrong.
So Utah's close, but it's Nevada that's mostly. It might be partly Utah. I don't know. It's one of those two states. Hold on. Let me get this picture up here.
Nevada's the one in California.
Yes. But the red there is land owned by the federal government. The white is the land owned by the state it's named after. As you can see, with both Utah and Nevada, most of the state is actually not even in the state's control.
Right, most of it is actually federal control.
Most of it's
yeah.
federal land.
Mm.
And that's the case for most of the west of the U.S.
Yeah, everything west of the Rockies is like, oh, that's interesting.
Now, if you go down to Arizona and to New Mexico and Colorado and areas around here, some of that is actually, what's the word? Native reserves.
Okay.
There's some really big native reserves around here that I think this map might count as federal land.
Okay.
Because the federal government said this is not your state. But yeah, if you just look at that, that is a lot of Utah that is not Utah's.
Utah and Nevada.
Well, I was talking about Utah, which is true, but Nevada definitely has more.
Yeah, well, basically everything west of the Rockies.
Yes,
That's interesting.
there's a lot of land that does not belong to the states. Zoom in here. There we go.
So the one with the slanted side is Nevada.
Yep.
The
This is
one
Nevada,
next to
this
it
is Utah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where the native reserves are, but they're
Okay.
around here.
Good to know.
But yeah, that's I don't remember why I was talking about that at all.
We were talking about three-headed cows and beavers.
Oh, right, nuclear testing.
Right.
Oh, this is an interesting
What's this
picture
map?
of it.
It's gone.
Hold up, I'm finding it. Open image. There we go. This is less than 50% of state-controlled land is controlled by the states. And over here, more than 95% of the land is state-controlled on that side.
The federal fault, yeah, round about the Rockies.
Yeah.
Little east of the Rockies, I think. But yeah, they had to break in the state border. So that makes sense.
Well, most of the Rockies are...
are the borders.
But most of the Rockies is a federal national park.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Which is why a lot of
makes
that
sense.
land is the case. But even stuff like Nevada, that's all flat. It's just nothing. So they do a lot of. That's why a lot of the military is in Nevada and Utah. There's a lot of testing stuff out there
Yep.
because there's nothing else.
Where's Arizona?
Arizona is right there.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Why?
I just wondering.
Why?
I don't know in case I want to go.
There's a different reason, but okay. Anyway.
So, what else can we babble on about?
I'm going to babble on quite a bit. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you.
About Babylon?
No, about Facebook.
You mean Meta?
Yes.
Ah. Yeah. What about
What do you think?
it? I think the hypnotic effect Facebook has on people now will be tripled.
Why?
Because if he's really diving into immersive environments, virtual reality environment, it's going to suck people in incredibly because it is incredibly addictive and entertaining. And I think he's a genius, actually, in that respect for going in that direction.
What do you think about the announcement that was made along with that?
I may not be aware of that. What's that announcement? What's that announcement?
The announcement was that they are canceling all of their facial recognition stuff and deleting over 1 billion users worth of facial recognition.
That sounds like a political move. I can't see a business reason for that. That sounds like a political move.
Well, why would he be doing that?
Getting a lot of pressure that Facebook is such a terrible company and he's trying to make himself look good. Privacy back to the people again. See, the government's terrible. They're tracking you, but I'm not.
Sure,
I
keep
don't
thinking that.
Well, exactly. Yeah, it's like I think it's a political move.
I think private companies track us more than the NSA does.
Oh, they totally do. The NSA uses private companies to track us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I can't see a reason for that business-wise. Did he give a business decision for it?
It was just, we're not doing this anymore.
That sounds like
we're gonna just delete all of the faces that we have.
That sounds like nothing but a political move. They probably either A, weren't doing it anyway, weren't using it anyway.
Right.
Or it's such a small percentage of what they have.
Right.
Or they're going to delete it now just to collect more with this new meta.
Possibly.
So we can go, yeah, we deleted it all and then collected 10 times more. So I like the meta. Actually, I like the technological ideas behind meta. I mean, if he really can get immersive AR working and immersive VR working cost effectively for a lot of people in real time, all of which are not, just like out there right now. If you can really do that, that will completely rewrite entertainment.
Would we end up becoming the Matrix?
Well, it depends on what you mean by becoming the Matrix.
Will we all live in computers?
If you're talking, well, the Matrix was basically, you were plugged into it, and it was basically giving you, you had no. Yeah. I think you'll still have physical freedom. I don't think you'll be strapped down and tied to a chair, like the Matrix had everybody in these pods. So no, I don't think that's coming, at least not in our lifetime. But I'll tell you this, people are already strapped to their computers.
Oh, yeah.
This is just going to make it easier to stay there.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So,
yep.
I think it's fostering a class system.
Really?
I do. I think it's fostering a class system. It seems to me that you've got the people that control the information and control how it's used, and then the people that use it.
Mm.
That is a class system right there, because the control of the information
Yep.
is powerful.
We
So
got the lords and the serfs again.
I think you're going back to that. I think it's all going back to that. Yeah. Plus, again, even if that's not the case, you've still got the problem of without your network, you're done,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep. Now, this whole announcement does make a bit more sense as to why Facebook bought Oculus forever ago.
yes, I know they wanted to go there. Again, one thing Zuckerberg knows is the technology is not there yet.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's close enough for him to make the move.
Right.
So maybe they've got something up their sleeve.
Mm.
Maybe they're just testing the waters to see where it's going to go. Try some stuff out.
I've seen a lot of people are comparing this to when Google made the parent company of Alphabet. Do you think that's a
Well, I mean, yes.
comparable comparison?
It's a comparable comparison, but that's trivial. A trivial comparison. It's the way you structure your companies. Yeah, that's nice, but I don't think it really is as significant as how much your company controls information, or how it uses that information, which I think is independent of how you're structured. So yeah, sure. Google made Apple, and he's making Meta. And
Google made Apple.
Whatever.
You heard it here first, folks. Google made
sorry,
Apple.
yeah, they did. Google made Alphabet, and now Facebook's making Meta. Okay, fine,
Yeah.
but that's not where the power is. The power is in controlling the information.
Right.
That's what I think.
Do you think we're going to see more direct clashes between Google and Facebook?
I mean, what direct clashes have there really been so far?
There hasn't.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of expecting there to be some at some point.
I don't think so.
Why? Because you said it's control of information. Eventually, somebody's going to want exclusive control of said information.
I don't see them as direct competitors, and I don't see them stepping on each other's toes yet. So,
I mean, if they're both smart, they'll stay competitors just to make sure nobody really notices that one has the advantage over the other. If it looks like I have a super strong competitor, nobody will think I have a monopoly.
right, there's that. Yeah, I don't see them as fighting it out yet. Eventually it may happen, but
Do you see that happening at some point? Or do you not think it's gonna get to
I don't
that?
think so. Not Google. Facebook seems to be going the way of, okay, let's take Facebook to the next level. Let's connect people all over the world a new way. We did this for 20 years. Let's do X now.
So they're gonna just incorporate Facebook
I think
into VR chat.
I think no, it is. It's going to mutate. It's definitely going to mutate.
Do you know what VR chat is?
Virtual reality chat.
Have you seen the game?
No,
Oh, okay. It's literally a game you can get on any virtual reality set.
you just go in and
You
chat
get
with people.
you get an avatar.
Yep.
And you can walk around different lobbies, different rooms, and just
Oh yeah,
voice
I've seen
chat
that.
with
I've
people.
seen that. I have seen that. Believe it or not, some churches use that
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
to get people to show up, because a lot of people are afraid to enter churches.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! But they'll do it
That's cool.
virtually. Yeah.
That's cool.
That is the next thing. It's just that it's too expensive still,
Mm-hmm.
and really not that good.
Yes.
So
It is very
Yep.
jittery.
yeah. So when it becomes better, yeah, that's where they're going with it. What's Google's game in this? I'm not sure. They're not stupid, but that doesn't seem to be where they're going.
Mm.
They don't seem to be going there.
Where do you think they're going?
I don't know. I was just wondering that, actually. Just started thinking about it. I don't know where they're going.
I just recently read something that Amazon now delivers percentage-wise in the U.S. more packages than FedEx does.
Really?
That's percentage-wise and in the U.S. FedEx is huge overseas. It's huge internationally. Granted, so is Amazon.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Hey, welcome, Spoon.
Hi, Spurd.
But
Time
I
to
don't
go.
know. But yeah, no, I saw just recently it only surpassed it by like 1 or 2% at the moment. But currently, Amazon has bumped into the number 3 spot instead of the number 4 spot.
Really? You know, I'm I really would like to get an Amazon package delivered by drone, just because, for no other reason than just because.
Go to a town where they're
Right.
testing that and order
Right.
a package.
Right?
Stay there for a week and order a
Order
package.
Okay.
And it's not muted this time. Yes, thank you, Doodle. Yeah, no, United States Postal Service is number 1, UPS is number 2, and Amazon is now number 3 by like a couple percent. And
So
then
that's kinda
FedEx,
close.
and then FedEx is number 4. And I think is it like LHS or something is number 5. I don't know. Number 5 is significantly further down the list than the top 4.
Order a drone and have it delivered by or arrive by drone. Ooh, that sounds recursive, nested. Yeah, I like that idea. Deliver my drone by drone. Order a pizza and have it delivered by drone.
Is that like
Drop it.
having a human delivered by a human?
That happens all the time. That's not new. Been done.
Yes. In many different ways. I would not want a pizza delivered by a pizza, though.
No.
Unless it's a pizza delivered by a guy in a pizza
Now wait a
suit.
minute. Does that number by Amazon include the fact that the U.S. Postal Service delivers a lot of
Yes,
Amazon
that
stuff?
is just literally
So-
number of packages the company Amazon delivers to an address.
Somehow, through any
No.
mechanism.
The company Amazon delivers
so
to an address.
So it doesn't count what the post office is delivering.
It's
for
not
them.
counting sales. It's not counting any of that.
Oh,
It's counting
okay.
percent delivered.
That's a bigger deal then.
The United States Post Office obviously delivers the most.
Yeah.
Just far and away.
Because
they have like 70% of all deliveries in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some places that
only the post office will
Amazon's
go.
not going to drive an hour and a half up a mountain to deliver this, but the
Yeah.
post office will.
Yep.
And then UPS is number 2 for deliveries to houses.
How close is it to the post office?
I'm going to look it up.
Because that would be interesting to see how close they are. To know if you're really okay. I'm number 1, number 2, but you're delivering 100 million. I'm delivering 7. That makes a difference.
Okay, so it has gone down a little bit since I last looked.
Oh, so it's closer then.
So USPS is down to 54%.
Okay, just over half. And UPS.
UPS is 47.7%.
So 48%. And FedEx is next.
I think this is
With-
slightly
that's
out of
gotta be out of date, though, a little
yeah,
bit.
in 2020, yeah.
Okay.
So this is 2020. It was I don't know what self/click collection is.
I don't know what that is either.
And DHL is down there at number
Right.
5.
So FedEx is 4th, according to this.
Right, but I don't know what self/click collection is.
Huh, that's interesting. I don't know what that is either. It seems like it's weird, but it's in 3rd place.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, main shipping service providers is USPS, UPS,
And then
FedEx,
FedEx.
DHL. See if I can find something a bit more. Yeah, USPS is definitely the most used. Here's the article. I don't know if it's the exact article I saw. Amazon now delivers more U.S. packages than FedEx.
It is dated. Wait, when was the date? What's the date? The
Date is October 23rd,
Oh, October 23rd
So,
of this year,
of this year,
nonetheless.
yes.
Wow.
which is approximately when I saw it. I
Okay.
saw it a little bit after that.
Now, this is something to put up.
Yeah, I'll get this on the screen. In 2014, Amazon delivered approximately 0.2% of all U.S. packages. Today, Amazon controls 1/5 of the delivery market,
That's 20%, people.
and is on track to overtake UPS and even the USPS, according to data from this place, which we might go check out in a bit. Data released in September showed that the e-commerce giant now has unseated FedEx as the third largest U.S. package courier and is trailing just behind UPS.
Notice the curves, though.
The only private business that still delivers more is an Amazon.
Notice the curves, though. Amazon curve is a much steeper slope.
Yes.
They really cranked up.
They've
FedEx,
really cranked up recently.
FedEx kind of stayed quiet, stayed flat.
Because FedEx, I don't know if you knew this, FedEx prioritizes international. That is their specialty.
Okay, so
if you want cheap international shipping,
go FedEx.
Go FedEx.
Maybe that's their thing then. Do it. That's great. Now the USPS, the U.S. Postal Service, kind of shot up there a little bit in the last couple of years. It plateaued for a while.
Mm-hmm, and
then
it
shot up.
It shot up last couple of years because they've really been, I think since that controversial Postmaster General that's in office now. Forget his name.
No idea who he is.
Somebody Trump appointed, and everyone was all like, he's never worked in the post office before, he's going to try and turn it into a private company, and I don't know.
Well, they're delivering more now, so. And then UPS kind of has a little curve going there, but.
Yep. Well, because USPS, UPS, and Amazon have all really been picking, because of COVID, really been picking up capacity.
Okay.
We need to deliver more. We need to get more stations out there, more people out there. Amazon's been opening up new warehouses like there's no tomorrow. It's been crazy. Which hopefully will be good for me, because then I get to deliver less.
Yeah, okay.
I would not mind delivering packages at the volume I do if it was just packages.
Okay.
But having to go to 600 different houses as well as deliver 300 packages that day, that's a lot. And it makes for a really long day. If I'm doing one or the other, I can do that.
What would happen if Amazon decided it wanted to deliver its own and didn't want to use the U.S. Postal Service?
It would still use it for parts because Amazon's not going to go up to the mountains of Montana.
Yeah, that's true. Only the Postal Services.
But honestly, the Postal Service, because they have their own shipping and their own stuff like that, we still get a lot of stuff that's just through the Postal Service. And for small businesses,
USPS is cheaper.
USPS is significantly cheaper than trying to go through Amazon or trying to go through, UPS is good if you're doing stuff in bulk.
Yeah.
But USPS has a lot of good. Just if you're trying to ship one thing out here or there, go with that. And that's where a lot of their business comes from. Comes from either small businesses or somebody sending something to a friend.
Okay.
You're going to go send it to the post office.
Interesting. Alrighty.
I'm trying to find some numbers here. If I can. Ooh, here's the revenue. U.S. parcel delivery revenue by character. UPS makes the most, and then FedEx, and then USPS, and then Amazon. Interesting. Couldn't get any actual numbers for like percentage-wise. They aren't saying that.
Well, on that note,
but
I think I'm done here.
Oh.
I'm done. I'm tired. My coffee's gone.
You didn't bring a coffee.
It's gone.
It can't be gone if it wasn't here in the first place.
Really?
Yes.
Fine, I'll get a coffee. How long do you think you'll work for the Postal Service?
How long do I think I'll work?
We talking 20 years here? We talking another day and a half? What's the scoop? Somewhere in between?
I don't know. Honestly, it depends on what opportunities come up.
Okay.
Wait. Spoon has something. Click and collect is where you have it delivered by a local shop drop-off point and collect it yourself. Oh, so that'd be like an Uber Eats sort of thing,
Got
or a a Target delivery or something like that.
Oh, it's an Amazon option, right? Yeah, you can have them drop it off at an Amazon locker and pick it up. That must be what it counts as too. Yes, got it.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of places do that. You order it from them and they'll drop it off for you someplace and you pick it up.
Oh.
So that was actually third
That was
over FedEx
at that time.
at that time in 2020.
But I guess, yeah, I don't know if that counts as delivery though.
What was on the delivery list?
No, that was a shipping.
Oh, a shipping. Okay, well, it's not really. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Amazon electric van. Ooh, fancy. They're fancy over in the UK. I do know that in most places outside of the US, Amazon does do a bunch of delivering either through themselves or through FedEx.
They probably have no other option.
Well, I mean, I don't know, actually. I don't know if other postal services do
Yeah.
the stuff that the USPS does. But also, the USPS does also get packages from FedEx and from UPS. Just any overflow
Yes,
that they
they
have.
do.
They're
They
just
give it
like,
to the
here,
post office.
have this. I
Let's
think
give it to the post
today I
office.
actually had more like mailbox-sized packages, Spurs or whatever,
Yeah.
from UPS than I had from Amazon.
From UPS?
Yeah.
Wow. So wait a minute. UPS also uses
Yep.
the post office?
Yep.
That seems like...
Every single delivery company
Yeah.
also uses the post office.
Because when they don't want to take it, the postman will.
Yes.
It's interesting. That's very interesting.
FedEx is really annoying because at least around here the drivers are very rude.
Might be a New England, Massachusetts thing.
Probably. But the FedEx is the only company that will consistently park directly in front of mailboxes
Yes.
and put
Their stuff in
their
your
stuff in the mailbox and then put the flag up.
mailbox to tell you it's there.
But the flag is to tell the postman that there's outgoing mail. That's not outgoing mail. You just did something illegal by putting a package in someone's mailbox.
Yeah, but it's one of those illegal things that there's no way to stop it.
There is.
What? How are you going to stop every Amazon driver that does that? How are you going to know?
As
They've gone.
As per
No
USPS rules,
Yes.
if you find a non-USPS delivered something
Yeah.
in a mailbox,
Yes.
you are supposed to take it out and bring it back to your postmaster.
Oh,
They
really?
can then report it to the local shipping facility of whatever company did that, who can then find what that package is and who is supposed to deliver that package that day.
I wonder if they ever started doing that. Wow, that'd be interesting. That would really mess up the drivers.
The
They'd
only
have to go
reason
front
it
to
doesn't
door.
happen more
Yeah.
is because the mail carriers ignore it most of the time. Like, the only times I've taken it out
Yeah.
of the mailbox,
Yeah.
I've done it 3 times.
Yeah.
2 times were when the package was so big or stuffed in there
Yeah.
that I couldn't put the mail in.
Yeah.
I gotta put the mail in, so I'm gonna take this back out, rat you out, and put the
Did
mail
you bring
in.
it? Did you bring it back to the post office?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then the third time is when I found it happened 6 different mailboxes on the route I was doing.
Right.
Sometimes, it doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Once every couple of months.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it's a really busy season, you'll find it like once a week.
A package in a mailbox?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found 6 in the same day
Must have been
in the same 2 hours.
A lazy delivery driver.
Yes, it
Okay.
very much was, because later that day I literally saw him pull up super close to the mailbox on the other side of the road. Like, he drove up so he could reach it from the driver's seat, bend out of the driver's seat, like from that big FedEx like truck, open the box, throw it in,
move
close
on.
it, and then drive away. It's like, you're on the wrong side of the road. You're not supposed to enter somebody else's mailbox. You really... I went and took that one out. 'Cause I'm like, no. No.
Now, do the people whose
No.
package, do they ever get their packages?
Yes.
They do. Okay.
FedEx then has to redeliver them.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Got it.
And deliver them correctly.
Got it. Didn't realize that. Wow. The things you learn. We're actually an educational show.
The mail police is scary.
Yes.
The mail police is some of the scariest police. Do not ever...
There are mail police?
Yes.
They go around inspecting mailboxes?
No.
They watch you.
They're like the CIA
Yeah.
for mail, but worse.
The CIA or the FBI?
Yes.
Okay. Like M5 or M6.
Yes.
Got it.
No, they will like it is the Postal Inspection Service, where
What do they do? What do you do?
anytime there's a federal crime having to do with mail,
Yeah.
they investigate, and they investigate thoroughly.
Oh, really?
They will go through all of your records. They will go through all of your mail. They will track you down because they have access to every address in the United States at their fingertips because they are part of the Postal Service.
That's interesting.
They are actually, statistically speaking, the most effective law enforcement in the U.S. And there is
I'm
no...
sending the postal police after you. That's
There
right,
is-
you axe murderer.
There is no, like, we'll let you off.
Yeah.
It's like, if you work for the post office and they do something,
Executed on the spot sort of thing?
if you're lucky,
Yeah.
you'll just be jobless for the rest of your life. Most likely, you're going to be going to prison for at least 20 years.
Okay. All right. Rest in peace, LAPD, right?
Like, it is, and their police force. We had a couple people come in, and they're decked out, multiple pistols, a taser, like. It's not just someone in a suit.
That seems a little excessive, but okay.
But there are just people in suits because the post office has their own detective force.
They do?
Yes.
Wow, this has been a very educational evening.
When there are, like suspicious substances, or somebody tried to mail a bomb to the president, or
Must have been going nuts when we had that anthrax thing going all over the country a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Probably more than a couple of years ago now, but a long time ago.
But yeah, no, they have their own dedicated detective force.
I didn't know that.
I got to see it in action when one of the mail carriers in the office I'm working at, who has now retired, thankfully he got the option to retire.
Did he get in trouble?
Yes,
He did.
his truck rolled away.
Yes.
That is a very big no-no.
Well, generally, letting a large vehicle roll away unattended
Right,
is bad.
but as for postal rules, every time you leave the truck, the wheels have to be curbed, the emergency brake has to be on, key has to be out of the ignition. Every single time. At least one of those things didn't happen.
And it rolled away.
It rolled down a hill, hit a telephone pole, rolled across the street into somebody else's yard, good 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet or 200 feet?
More than 200. I don't know if it was 2,000.
Okay, 200 feet is two football fields.
Okay, not that long.
Soccer fields.
It was probably about the length of our backyard.
Okay.
That's how far it rolled.
It wasn't 2,000 feet.
No, it wasn't 2,000 feet. It was more than
Couple
200
hundred
feet,
feet,
though.
okay.
Yeah, it's more than 200 feet. And I went and did the route that bordered that one.
Mhm.
And there were postal inspector, postal police. They had tape out. They were measuring things, trying to see how fast was this going. They were like getting information from people's Ring doorbells and looking at videos.
Right.
And it took a good 3 months. And eventually the unions and stuff worked it out. This guy had like 37 years in the post office, and they allowed him to just retire on the spot.
Okay, you are retired now officially.
Exactly. Like, pretty much you're either retired or we're firing you. Pick one.
No, I'll take retirement.
But it took 3 months for him to get that retirement option. He was suspended for 3 months
Right.
before he got that option. 200 feet is 2 football fields?
No, let's see. 200 yards is 2 football fields. So 600 feet. Yeah. There's 2 football fields. 200 yards is 2 football fields.
200 yards. Okay.
200 yards is 2 football fields. But not 2,000 yards. That would
No,
be lots of football
I
fields.
added a 0.
Yeah,
I added a 0.
Still, that was an interesting exercise to go through for a simple
Oh.
vehicle
They-
rolling that didn't. Well, it did hit a phone pole.
It hit a
did
phone
do some
pole, the mirror
damage,
broke,
so-
it landed in someone's front yard. I think the foam pole's fine.
Damn impure. Yeah, right. Go, man. Yeah, right.
Sports.
Come on.
No,
3 feet in a yard. How hard is that? 36 inches in a yard. It's not that difficult, really. 12 inches in a foot. Anybody could do this. I'm being sarcastic. It is rather strange.
It is strange.
Really is.
But we can blame you because you started it.
Spoon himself, personally?
No, the British started the imperial system.
Oh, well, fine.
And then they went over to metric, which I think was started by the French. Ha! He doesn't like the French.
Oh, well. Understandably. Historically, understandably.
Yeah. But no, the postal security is very tight. Do not mess with it.
I was not planning on it, but now, I'm just going to keep my distance from all post boxes. So, just to play it safe. On that note, or this note...
Don't you bring the French into this?
No, we're leaving the French out of this.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to this week's episode. Oddly educational episode of the Rubber Motion Podcast. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying any things I said. I shouldn't have. I left it pretty vague. Because I don't know much myself.
Well, if I see you in postal prison, I'll know.
Yes.
Do they have visiting hours? Hope they have visiting hours.
Oh yeah, it's just a federal prison.
Oh, good. Ta-ta, fans.
We will see you all next time. Bye.